My heart was recently touched by a story about a preacher who went to a local junior high football game. He sat next to a man that was a member of his congregation, but whose son seldom played. But with 2 minutes left to go in the game, his son got in. A few plays later, there was a hit and a fumble, and the ball rolled right to the boy's feet. He picked it up and starts running down the sideline as fast as he can. 70 yards ahead is pay dirt. The problem is, he looks like he's running in slow motion. He's such a small guy. That's why he doesn't play much. And there's two people that have an angle on him, which is even worse. But when the first guy gets to him, he makes this good quick move and the guy flies by and never even lays a hand on him. So now he's running again as fast as he can, about 10 more yards. Next guy makes a tackle at him and he does a good move on him and sidesteps him and the guy flies by again. So now he's just got 50 yards to go and he's looking, no more people have an angle. He's like, I'm gonna make it. And then a lineman runs him down from behind. The big guy ran down the little guy. He doesn't care, he's so excited. He's got the ball, he's jumping, he's all excited, he's running off the field. So the dad and the boy are both celebrating, but the preacher's over there thinking about, what am I going to say? I mean, the kid didn't really do that great. He didn't cause the fumble, the ball just rolled up to him. And he didn't do that great on the run either. I mean, they caught him from behind on a play that most anyone else would have scored on. So he's trying to think of what he's going to say, and then he looked up and he saw the dad celebrating and enjoying this moment with his son, and then he saw the gears working in his mind. And he turned to the preacher and he said something he never expected. He said, did you see that? Did you see those two good moves? That's my boy. He may be smaller and slower and weaker than everybody else, but he's every bit as quick as anybody on that field. And I'm going to use that tonight to build his confidence when we recap the game. This is awesome. Whew. I love this story. I love this story. There's so many good learning points that can come from it, but today we only have time to focus on two. And the first one is about perspective. Because you see, from the preacher's perspective, the boy didn't do that much. But from the dad's perspective, he could only see the greatness in his son. When everyone else saw mediocrity or getting caught from behind, the dad saw greatness. And this is the challenge we face when we get older. When we become adults, we no longer have our parents or other positive adults in our life that are helping us see our two good moves. In fact, if you're like most people, you seldom hear a good word about yourself. And then we make it worse by piling on, by only focusing on all the things we do wrong. Stop it, right? Tomorrow I want you to wake up and look in the mirror and say, you are the greatest. Be your own best friend. In fact, I'm going to challenge you in two ways to change your perspective. The first one is I want you to change your perspective about yourself so that you'll feel better. Whose eyes do you need to look through to see the best in you? What would they say? The second thing I want you to do is change your perspective about a current work situation. You know, very often we don't need to control everything or change the situation completely. All we need to do is change our perspective and things get better. All right, the second learning point is the power of encouragement. You know, everybody longs for praise and encouragement. But what I have learned is that there are many people out there in the world that have never been cheered for. It's true. That means you and I have an amazing power at our disposal, and it's the power of encouragement. It means so much to people when you recognize them for the good in them or when you help them through a difficult time. That's why this week I want you to be hyper-focused on recognizing people that truly deserve some praise and encouragement. Do it at home, but especially at work. See how many people in your work setting you can praise and encourage. And in case you didn't know it, the people that need it the most are the bosses. The leaders get beat up from every angle. And it means so much to them when the people they're trying their hardest to serve recognize them for their efforts. You have that power. All right, in closing, never forget your future is never ever determined by your current situation or circumstances. Instead, it's always determined by your choices. Until next time, to your success, all the best and God bless.